Alright guys, what is up? It is me, Crazed here, and happy spooky season. Now I may not finish this here playthrough that I'm about to start up, right during the month of Halloween itself, but I would at least like to start it. This is Goosebumps the game. This is one of two games they released on on consoles. One of the two modern games, I should say, because there was a couple of like older Goosebumps games that they released. But this is one of two that they released based on the Goosebumps movie that came out in 2015. So this follows like almost like not really, it doesn't really follow the story exactly, but like pretty much like the designs of the characters and stuff for all like in reference to like the designs of the characters from the movie. Slappy the Dummy is like a design of the character from the movie and stuff, and like a couple other characters you might see in here are like designs from movies. The way this game is laid out is it's kind of like a almost like like an I Spy type of game, in the sense of like, oh, like it's just like seek and find sort of thing. Or like, well, seek and find point and click game where like, oh, like you find objects in this area to be used in the next area, you find objects in this area to be used in the next area, sort of thing. So it's kind of fun. Personally, I would have liked to tackle the other Goosebumps game, Goosebumps Dead at Night. Sorry, I'm trying to plug in my my charger here real quick while I'm talking. I would like to play the other game, Goosebumps Dead at Night, which is it was a ported mobile game that was extended into like a longer game for consoles. Because I did play a little bit of the mobile game and stuff, and I thought that was decent, and it probably would have been a little bit more scary. But I, of course, didn't get around to getting it in time for Halloween season. But maybe post Halloween I'll do that one. But yeah, with that being said, there's no like dialogue or anything, or like no like spoken dialogue or anything. It's all just text based. So like obviously there's gonna be a lot of reading involved here. But with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and start the game. Name our character here. Okay. This guy creeps me out. We better get a big tip. If you're that concerned, maybe try not to drop his stuff. Hey, for all we know, the lock got busted before I dropped it. I've heard that before. Whatever, just finish packing up this junk. I'll head back up for the rest. Who hires a moving company to move out in the middle of the night anyway? Just be glad someone did. We needed the job. So what about that girl? Should I call her or not? The toll booth operator? You ain't got a chance. And it's probably for the best anyway. What with our on-the-road personnel. Oh, I don't even know what it said. Say, you ever get creeped out driving late at night like this? What do you mean? Oh, you know, it's late. Everyone's asleep. It's gotta be things like slink out from the shadows. This better not be about the haunted car again. It's real. Real, maybe, but not haunted. Well, it seemed haunted at the time. You can't scare me with that story. Already heard it a million times. Well, good. That's not in my Harry's adventure, you see. This one time. Evil genie. Heard that one. Okay, well. Zombies? Guess I told you a lot of these. We don't gotta talk the whole time, you know. Still listen to some music. What was that? So, you gonna open it? Oh, I ain't opening it. You're the one with all the scary adventures. But there's so much weird stuff in there. You saw it. She's opened the door already. I can't see anything. Satisfied? Looks like you've got a new tale of horror. Night of the tip-tipper box. Not funny. Oh, there's someone there. What is it? Some kid? Oh, ha ha ha. What? It's just a ventriloquist dummy. Who you calling dummy, dummy? The next day. Finally, school's out for the day and you're ready for a pleasant walk home. Those clouds look pretty bad though. Was it supposed to rain today? You go to check the weather, but your cell phone appears to be missing. You must have left it somewhere. But where? You can examine your environment by moving the cursor to an object or area and pressing the cross button, then choosing Look on the drop-down. The drop-down is your verb menu and changes based on the object. You can look directly by pressing the L2 button, or even interact by pressing R2 button. You push the door open. Will you ever escape this place? With a heavy sigh, you trudge back inside. The long, empty hallway stretches into the distance. You stop near your locker, trusty old 402. Shouldn't be too hard to do. You just need the key from your book bag. You turn the key and the lock pops open easily. You slide it off and open your locker. You grab your cell phone and cradle it protectively against your chest. You were afraid you'd lost it. After a moment you calm down and check the phone. Yup, it's still fully charged somehow. Looks like you have a voicemail. You click play. Hi Glitch, it's Mom. Just wanted to let you know I'll be home later on tonight. The clients want to take us to dinner. Chad should be home pretty soon, so you two will need to fund for yourselves. Remember, the key's under the back steps. Love you. You put these stickers up at the start of the year and are already sick of them. Your brother was right. The only thing more permanent than tattoos are stickers. Stick carefully. These are all the books you didn't need for homework. You hacked a few books out of the locker and realized how much space to take up in your bag. You feel like you might need that bag space and put the books back where you got them. You slam the locker shut. There are multiple ways to move between areas. Try holding down on the directional buttons to exit the hallway. Okay. You gladly leave the school building for the second time today. The front of your school, the gate's still open, so you should be able to come and go as needed. With your phone in hand, you can now head home. Your phone has a map function to chart your journey. You can also call your mother, brother, or information to receive various hints. Okay. So go straight. You walk through the gates to the parking lot. The school parking lot is nearly empty as most of the school's gone home. You can faintly hear the football team practicing in the distance though. Okay, so we can go back, obviously, we can go to the right, and we can go to the left. Right here. That slime is not normal. Your mind races with thoughts of alien invasion or zombie drool. What could it be? You muster some courage and go in for a closer look. Oh, it's just someone's old milkshake. Really, really old milkshake. Alright, let's go to the right. You head down the path towards the janitor's shed. It's more overgrown than you expected. By the time you reach the shed, the wind's picked up quite a bit. Your cheeks sting from the cold. The weed killer. You carefully tuck the weed killer into your bag, checking that it's set to off. An item was added to your inventory. You can select it with the cross button for additional options. Use items in the environment to solve puzzles and progress. The padlock looks ancient. It's covered in rust. What's the point of a shed if he's going to leave all the tools outside? Can I hit the padlock? Ouch! You slam your fist against the lock, resulting only in bloody knuckles. Okay, so we can just go back down. Okay. You hurry back down the path to the parking lot. You hike up the well-worn path into the woods. Ah, the familiar sights and sounds of the woods. The path leads over a bridge and turns into some trees. Oh no, it looks like somebody lost their dog. Poor kid. You pull the flyer from the tree just in case you find a similar dog. The creek lazily ripples through the woods. Just make sure there's nothing here to pick up. You don't have time for that right now, but you can tell that climate's to be clear. Okay, just continue with the path. You cross the bridge and head deeper into the woods. You reach a small clearing surrounded by trees on all sides. There's a weird guy creeping around. You've never seen him before. That guy looks to be around 30 or so, but there's something off about him. His clothes are torn and he won't make eye contact. Taking a closer look, you notice his hair is green and kind of leafy. You see bugs crawling around beneath his clothes. You start to ask the man if he's lost, but he grunts at you unintelligibly. Alright, so we can go back down, we can go to the left, we can go to the right. Left, maybe? Take a few steps around the weird guy, but he spins on you with inhuman speed. The vision blurs as the flank creature's vines tighten around your neck. You struggle, but it's too late. You're already withering. Okay, so that's what the weed killer's for. On a hunch, you raise the weed killer and pump the trigger 3 times, spraying the strange figure. He recoils violently as it hits his face. Smoke rises from the wounds and you smell something like freshly cut grass. He retreats to the foot of the hill before falling down and cowering. Weeds crunch at your feet as you walk down the path. This is the end of the woods. You can get to your neighborhood just up that hill. Looks like there's some kind of commotion near the tunnel. You ask what's going on, but Tyler Alstep just stares at you. Mind your own business, Glitch. Sounded like he said bitch. A bunch of kids from school gather around. They seem really excited about something. Thought it was clear, Tyler says as the crowd draws him tighter. We found it first. Get lost. I want to go back real quick because I want to check the other side. You reach the big tree and take a nice deep breath. Ah, the air in this spot smells cleaner somehow. You try to dig with your bare hands, but it's too tightly packed. Dirt cakes under your fingernails. The branches stretch out so far they nearly block out the sun. The thin rays of light make the clearing feel magical. So I can't do anything with that. I gotta go back the other way. Okay. With large steps, you hike up the slope into your neighborhood. Almost home, you think, as you step into your neighborhood. Your spirits fall immediately when you notice an accident down the street. The road is completely blocked, so you'll need to find a different way around. That moving van got into an accident. The back is open and boxes are spilling out into the street. You hurry over to the wrecked moving van. You peer inside the van and see a ton of boxes along with odds and ends. The crash didn't seem to damage anything. A sense of dread creeps up the back of your neck. A canister of something. You opt to keep your distance. That glow doesn't bode well. The air inside the van is musty. It smells like Grandma's house threw up inside an antique store. You struggle with the handle, but it won't budge. You do manage to kick up a thick cloud of dust. You feel pretty nosy opening these up to look inside. They're probably full of socks and underwear anyway. Take the top hat. With the flourish, you make the top hat disappear into your bag. You pick up the shrunken head. It's cold and slimy and drop it into your bag. Some nondescript books are stacked up. Encyclopedias, a thesaurus, a style guide, boring stuff. You pull out a decent looking book and dust it off. Shrugging, you place it inside your bag. You wind up and spin the globe with a mighty slap. It spins and spins before coming to a stop. as Transylvania. Spooky. A really imposing scarecrow. Pumpkin head, straw hair, threadbare hat. It's addressed to a Mr. Goulberg. Name doesn't ring a bell. Okay. Feel like you shouldn't be here and decide to creep away. It's a sleepy neighborhood street. You're surprised people don't seem more concerned about the accident. You hurry over to the wrecked moving van. Okay, so that just goes back to the moving van. Got it. Okay. Okay. Some of the stuff like I didn't genuinely look at. This is the far end of the woods, just below your neighborhood. The creek flows into a huge drain pipe tunnel. You pull the hat out of your bag and look down to find the rabbit at your feet. He stands on two legs and allows you to put the hat on his head. Thank you so much, the rabbit says. I'm not much without this hat, I'm afraid. My name is Amazo. Maybe you've heard of me. He pauses, waiting. No? Well, you have my gratitude regardless. With a flash of white, the rabbit disappears into the brush. That was a trophy I never got, so that's good that I got it there. You hold your nose and slide into the tunnel, taking care to avoid stepping in the water. You creep into the tunnel, an unnatural darkness closing in around you. Halfway through, you wonder if you'll make it. You steel your nerves and push on. This wash runs behind many of the houses on your street. You can usually find all sorts of weird junk that people have thrown out here. Deciding it's better in your hands than out in the elements, you pick up the shoe. You secure the hub of the wheel and spin it with one hand. Seems fine. It clicks and everything. Just make sure there's nothing else to pick up here, but I'm not seeing anything else. Okay. You hop across the rocks to the far end and stroll into your neighborhood. What the heck? You take several large gasps and try to calm down. That dog attacked as soon as you entered your neighborhood. Thank goodness it's on a leash. Can I give it the shrunken head? As a chew toy? You hold out the shrunk head. After a tentative sniff, the dog snaps its vicious jaws, leaving you a split second to yank your hand back safely. You won't be doing that again. You nervously stammer hello to the woman, who turns a disinterested eye in your direction. Sorry about the dog. She looks to have given you quite the fright. Ask about the woman. Oh, that's okay. I'm Glitch. What's your name? Forster. Miss Forster. There's an uncomfortable silence. This town of yours, it's very quiet. Would a shame if something were to startle it awake. Where's she from? Oh, I was gonna say, I haven't seen you around the neighborhood before. After you ask your question, the woman looks at you up and down. You're not sure what she could be judging you for. Fifi and I are simply having a look around, getting the lay of the land. Some friends of ours came to the area very recently. We want to know if it's a good place to put down roots. The dog's constant tugging has worn away the woman's patience as she sighs. We must be going. Perhaps we'll see you around very soon. You open your mailbox, hoping there's something in there for you. You slip the coupons into your bag. It's a letter, but it's addressed to someone you've never heard of. Must be a past resident. You take the letter out of the mailbox. You shut the mailbox. You move further down the street to stand in front of what used to be your house. The large house reaches up towards the ominous sky, its twisted window portals to madness. This is your address, but this is definitely not the home you left this morning. I want to go back real quick, because there was like a back street too that you can check. Keep along the side of your fence into the backyard. Because the key, yeah, okay, this is the backyard, got it. In spite of the weirdness in your neighborhood, your backyard provides a welcome retreat, a peaceful, quiet, blankety enclosure. You crouch down and lean your head onto the porch for a better look. You pick up the coal can and shake it, listening as the spare key clinks around inside. After a moment, it falls out. You take the spare key. You back out of the hole and stand up. Just a girl? Get out of here. It's the Charmeister Elite Ultimate Growing System. You force your hands into the dirt and root around. It's cool to touch. It's cool to the touch, but you aren't finding anything of interest. You brush off the dirt and tuck the spade into your things. You know what I can do? Now that I have the spade, I can probably go back to that tree that we saw and dig up whatever's there. So let's go all the way back towards the tree. Just see if there's anything extra there. I don't think there's going to be, but it's worth a try. Oh, hello. A very large creature has appeared in the clearing. It seems to be gritting as it rubs its front paw together excitedly. Would you take a shrunk head as a promise not to eat me? You hold out the shrunk head with trembling hands. The beast falls to one knee and bows its head, submitting. Impressive loot. May not realize you such high level. And backs away nervously. Maybe we play again someday. The hulkling brute shuffles backward, facing you, until it reaches a safe distance. He then bounds off into the trees. Okay, cool. So now I can probably use that that spade to dig up. Yup. The shovel slides easily into the dirt. After 3 scoops, you uncover something. You tuck the security badge into your bag. I don't think I ever discovered that in my previous playthrough, to be honest with you. And I'm genuinely serious. I don't think I ever discovered that in my previous playthroughs. Okay, so I can just save on the fly too. That's good to know. And just want to make sure. Okay. So now I think we need to go back to the house. Okay. So this door takes a different key than the rest of the house. Okay, so the key that we found is not going to work. So we got to go back to the front of the house then. You slip your house key into the lock and cross your fingers. You turn the key and the door opens. Maybe it's your house after all. You pull open the heavy door and enter the house. This is without a doubt not your house. Mom would never let the entryway get this dirty. You can smell the dust and decay in the air. Okay, so we can go to the left, we can go forward. Backward obviously takes us out of the house. The door stands stoically shut. You can feel a strange energy around it and assume it's locked for the time being. Okay, let's go straight. You hurry across the floor to the dining room. You step into the dining room and spring back, immediately noticing a woman at the table. She eyes you intently like a hawk searching for prey. A toothy grin spreads across the woman's face before she speaks. There you are, Glitch. Come give me a big kiss. No way. Taken aback by her forward request, you aren't sure what to say. You shake your head. Aw, is that any way to treat your Aunt Dahlia? Suspicious. Something just isn't right about her. I don't have an Aunt Dahlia. But of course you do. I'm a distant relative and I haven't visited since you were very little. Mom would have mentioned you, and she never has. Who are you really? Well, of course she wouldn't. I'm from your father's side of the family. Sorry, lady, I don't have any idea who you are. I'll be waiting here when you learn some manners. You duck into the kitchen. The kitchen looks like a period piece from a time you want nothing to do with. You immediately notice a dripping sound. You strain to hear the source of the dripping. It's so faint, it'll be hard to find it. You struggle to think of ways to make it louder. You want to track down the drip, but you need to increase its volume. You grip the handle firmly and pull open the fridge. You're certainly not going to drink it, but you find yourself taking the juice anyway. Jelly jam blended fruit preserves. Trust Jelly Jam for only the best jellies and jams. Sure thing. You decide to take the flavor of the Jelly Jam with you. This refrigerator is, well, green. It's incredibly green. Opening it would only bring your chores into stark relief. There'll be time later. You pull the drawer open. You decide to take the talisman with you. Maybe it can ward off some of this weirdness. Anything else here? Mom's been on a smoothie kick lately because they're easy to eat on the run. That strange woman is still seated in the dining room. She idly sips her drink, waiting for you to strike up conversation. Her eyes are almost daring you to do so. You hesitantly walk to the woman, then lean to kiss her wrinkled cheek. It's clammy and loose. She smells like dust, mothballs, and some spice you can't quite describe. That's better. Now, Aunt Dahlia poured a glass of prune juice, your favorite. Down the hatch. No thanks, I'm not thirsty. Aw, send anyways for your Aunt Dahlia. Your mother wanted me to look after you today, and you're already misbehaving. Guess this is all dialogue we already saw. Okay. The den is where the family gathers to watch TV or just hang out together. You don't want to hang out in this version for too long now. You tuck the film away for safekeeping, maybe you'll find the camera later. Aren't there enough video games in your life right now? There's something deeply unsettling about the pictures hanging on the wall. Moving for a closer look at the clock. The pendulum talks back and forth at a metered rate. These little tabs seem to mark different years to demonstrate just how old this clock really is. 98, 87, 6, 5, 2. There's something deeply unsettling about the pictures hanging on the wall. The laundry room is an oddly welcome sight. At first glance, it appears exactly like you left it, and other than an extra drawer. The dryer is running at the moment. Supply cupboard to hold all your laundry supplies. You have the laundry soap into your bag. You take the fabric softener. At least now your bag will smell nice. Sniff, sniff. Ugh. You open the door, eager to find out what this new room could be. You step away from your safe, normal laundry room. You step away from your safe, normal laundry. Okay. You stand at the foot of infinity. You have to film away for safekeeping. Maybe you'll find the camera later. Fast forward, mute, stop, power. Nothing seems to work. Imagine just like dropping it all into the void. Don't. You drift away. Okay. Okay. Set to retire to the den. Whoops, didn't want to go that way. Go back that way. And proof. If Mom sent you, then what's the password? The password? I think you're a little old to know password. Your mother can trust you to pick out a stranger, can't she? She presents an interesting point. You're getting older now, you can be trusted to make decisions. It's nice to have an aunt who gets it. Okay, I'm listening. You take a seat at the table. Aunt Dahlia nods, please. So tell me something about my dear nephew. What type of music do you like? Upbeat. Anything upbeat. That's what music is all about. Ooh, I think so too. What type of sound do you prefer? Do funky. I like anything that can work its way through my body. If it makes me want to dance, it's a good song. Well now, I found an old cassette tape. Would you like to give it a listen? Sure. Sure, why not? Old music might just be the thing that brighten up the afternoon. I think this belonged to a boy who lived here years ago. You two would have gotten along. He had good taste in music too. I can't wait to hear it. Oh, and you will. We'll listen very soon. With a flourish, Aunt Dahlia picks up your glass and presents it to you. Just have a quick sip of this first. Sorry, Aunt Dahlia, I don't like fruit juice at all. What a rude child. If you're going to act like that, I don't think you deserve to listen to the cassette at all. She turns away, allowing an uncomfortable silence to settle over the room. So, I remember there's a way to trick her into drinking the prune juice. Yeah, there's a way to trick her into drinking the prune juice, but I'm trying to remember exactly how to do that. Okay, let's go back quick. Alright. Yikes, three children materialized before your eyes, which you are rubbing in disbelief. This really is a haunted house. You try to get his attention and he looks towards you. I live here, you know. I hate going into the basement. He looks away embarrassed. After a moment he continues. You believe me, don't you? The boy mumbles quietly as you approach. I want to hear the song, but I can't find it. He digs his foot into the carpet nervously. If I look, it'll wake Mom and Dad. No sooner do you look in her direction than she starts shouting. You're not supposed to be here. Get out of my house. Strangers aren't allowed in. Go away, go away, go away. She glares, willing you out of existence. Can't fool me, she grumbles. I was born in a leap year. I know things. You never see ascend the stairs to rooms unknown. This staircase connects to the first and second floors of the house. Okay, so we can go left or right. Left. You tromp up the stairs into the first hallway. You stand in the upstairs hallway, which seems relatively untouched. It won't open. Mom's right. It is annoying when somebody locks your bedroom door. Dad's study is locked. I could always use when he's out of town. The key should be around somewhere. Okay, well, we can't go there. Gotta get rid of the ghost kids first. You turn at the top of the stairs, heading across the landing. This hallway crosses over the entryway downstairs to the furthest reaches of the house. You pass through into the next room, dodging a bit of falling plaster as you pass through the doorway. It's just a dead end. The hatch in the ceiling should lead to the attic. The attic door is too high to reach. You hear a dull grinding all around you. Is it coming from the walls? You leave the room. You try pushing, you try pulling, but nothing will open this door. It's being held shut. You never seen this portrait before. Looks like a creepy sea captain. Maybe it's Grandpa before you were born? Probably not. He takes the envelope eagerly, confirming his name and the address. He tears it open, reading the enclosed letter with much interest. As he reaches the end, the ghost looks to you and smiles. He seems to be at peace. Just as suddenly as he appeared, the child fades out of view. You feel his presence leave the house gently. A moment later, the basement door unlocks with a resounding click. You carefully take the photo paper and slip it safely into your bag. What did she want? Okay, so she doesn't want anyone in the room, in her room. He wants... There's a song he wants to listen to. That's not funny, you made him sad. So, the song... I'm pretty sure the song that he wants to listen to is probably the one that, Aunt Dahlia has. The basement is dark and musty. Sweltering heat builds as the furnace kicks on. You don't wait down here any longer than necessary. Okay. Nope, so much nope. Okay, we got the step ladder. Okay. So now we can probably go back to the sink and undo it. I'm trying to remember like the solutions for all the puzzles here. Okay. Tuck your arms close and squeeze through the hole. Hey, there's a tunnel back here. The hole opens up into a tunnel stretching in the distance. It's cramped and you already have dirt in your hair. You can hear the dripping though. We need to find the source of the leak. Here the tunnel splits. You listen for a drip. To the left, to the right. No. Straight. Straight again. To the right this time? Yeah, okay. Right again. No. Straight again. Straight again. Left. No. No. Okay, so neither one of those are right. So to the right. Straight. Yeah, okay. You locate the source of dripping at last. Strange green liquid is seeping out of the pipe overhead. There's also a bag a few feet away with something inside it. You open the bag and drop its contents into your stuff, a key and a chess piece. Pipe overhead rattles violently, there's a loud rushing, and then... boom. What happened? It's everywhere. Like I tried. Alright. Take the bag again. Okay. Let's just back up. Nice, okay. You tumble out of the cupboard, sprawling across the floor. You're finally out of that tunnel. You take several appreciative breaths to calm down. The monster blood didn't follow you out here, so you're safe for now. You helpfully kick the cupboard closed. Okay, so nothing to do with that. Can't do anything with that either. Whoa. The TV turned itself on. The picture is coming into focus. It looks like some kind of ventriloquist dummy. It's talking, but there's nobody else there. Where's its voice coming from? Attention, Town Center Gallery customers. The mall will be closing early today. We apologize for any inconveniences it may cause. My friends and I have big plans for tomorrow, though, so definitely stop by. And if our special guest is listening, he knows who he is. We have a message. You can't ignore us forever. Your fate's already been written. Let's just slip to the last page. TV shuts off abruptly, leaving the room in silence once more. I can't go into their rooms yet. Let me, like I say, let me flip to that page that has the step stool on it. Oh shit. Yeah, it's not working. Fuck. Yeah, I knew it. No, okay. Okay, well, I can't get to the attic just yet. Okay, no, so don't do that. Aunt Dahlia relaxed in her chair, rests her chin casually on her hand. Let's talk for a bit. How was school today? Give details. There's a lot going on. This is going to take a while. Well, there's this kid Brandon in my English class. He used to be okay, but lately he's telling people things that aren't true. He rambled on for several more minutes. And it's like, if that's how you feel, just tell me to my face. I don't have time for all the drama. Really open up. Glad to have a sympathetic ear. It'd be good to confide in Aunt Dahlia. I just want to be taken seriously, you know? It's so hard at this age, but after a very thorough dissection of your social circle, you realize you haven't given Aunt Dahlia any time to interject. Keep talking. You assume if she had anything to add, she'd speak up. You continue. So Valerie, the girl who always wears hats, we had art together last year, but lately, time passes as you talk, and yet Aunt Dahlia is starting to nod off. Her eyes are half open, and she's not really focused on you. Continue. No reason to stop, but you're on a roll. You keep talking, diving into the first thread that comes to mind. Your voice echoes strangely down the adjacent hallways of the otherwise silent house. Your story is really interrupted by a loud, sharp snort. Aunt Dahlia is asleep. Snoring, in fact. You weigh your options. Alright, so let her sleep. You sink lower, careful not to make a sound. There's no telling how deeply she's sleeping. Free of the woman's uncomfortable gaze, you turn your attention back to the room. Now, where were you? Now, time to pour this in the glass. She begins to start and resumes sipping her glass as if nothing happened. After several steps, Aunt Dahlia realizes something wrong and begins coughing. It looks like the prune juice works both ways. What did you do? She collapses on the table, clawing towards you. You little punk! How dare you! You notice a lot of hissing sounds slowly building from deep within the woman. She falls to the ground and begins to melt out of existence. Nothing remains in her place except a small cassette tape. And that's the one the kid wants to listen to. Okay. So now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna go about okay, so the kid needs a way to listen to the music. Oh, wait a minute. Didn't they say that the back door is the only one that doesn't need a key, right? Or has a different key, I mean. Yeah, it's the door for the bathroom. Got it, okay. Nice. It only takes one glance at the downstairs bathroom to realize this is not a bathroom. It's a dark room, like photo lab at school. The shower tub is filled with a clear liquid. The shower tub is filled with a clear liquid. The shower tub is filled with a clear liquid. Take a photograph that stands out and pluck it from the line. Okay.